Hey everybody, it's Pastor Larry with my midweek update. It's our second time taping this because of operator error. I won't say who's behind the camera. Tonight's our last Wednesday night service for Lent. It's our last Wednesday night service for now. As I said last Wednesday night, if this is something that's been good for you, you've really enjoyed it, and you would be interested in this being a regular part of the worship life of Tremont United Methodist Church, to let me know. We're going to put a team together and start meeting this summer to talk about what this would look like to launch a permanent Wednesday night service that would take off in the fall. A few of you have already talked to me about that. If you're interested, please let me know. I'd love to have a great team for that. It's also our last Feed the Need meal tonight. We're having a cookout, and it's a perfect day for it. We're going to have hamburgers and hot dogs tonight, so come out and join us, and then we'll worship together. Obviously, it's Holy Week. We have a couple of services happening during the week. Tomorrow night, we'll be having a Maundy Thursday service at 7 o'clock, where we will recall the Last Supper between Jesus and his disciples, and we'll share in Holy Communion together. On Good Friday, we'll have service at 7 o'clock, and we'll remember the crucifixion, death, and burial of Jesus. Our Easter prayer vigil begins at 3 o'clock on Good Friday, the time that Scripture tells us approximately that Jesus died, and it'll last until 6:30 in the morning on Easter Sunday. I've been really impressed and grateful for the response that we've gotten to the prayer vigil. There are less than 15 spots available for that, and that's a lot of different spots because they're each 30 minutes long, lasting from 3 p.m. on Friday to 6:30 on Sunday. If you need to look again, there's a link down below. You can double check the time slot that you've signed up for. You can sign up for a slot, sign up for an extra slot. There's also a link there regarding the prayer vigil guide that will help you with some specific prayers that I'd like us to focus around as a congregation. On Easter Sunday, we're having 3 services. We're going to have a sunrise service at 6:30 just across the street along the Tiber Creek. Look for the big cross and you'll know where to go for that. And if it is raining, which it doesn't look like it's going to be, we'll be in the small pavilion adjacent to the pool. Now, this service is only going to last about 30 minutes. If you're comfortable standing for that time, you're welcome to do that. Or if you'd like to bring a lawn chair, you can do that as well. Then we'll have our regular services, traditional at 8:30, informal at 11 o'clock, and they're going to be great opportunities for us to celebrate the risen Lord and share together in Holy Communion. In between the services, about 9:45, we've got a special treat for kids. We're going to have an Easter egg hunt right out here where I'm standing. We've got about 500 Easter eggs. We need kids to go to their regular Sunday school spot, and then we'll bring you up by age groups. Bring a friend with you, bring a basket, and we're also going to have a special guest. I've got my my personal friend here, the Easter Bunny, and he's going to hang out with us. He's going to have a really, busy schedule, but he's hanging out with us, and that's really cool. He's got a busy schedule right now too, so I'm going to let him go, and we'll see him Sunday. A couple other things. April 28th is our commitment Sunday for the capital campaign. Brock did a really good job explaining this process to us on Sunday. This is to help us to get started on the Family Life Center construction, our new addition, which will be also right where I'm standing out here. So on April 28th, bring that card back with you with your pledge, a 3-year pledge for the capital campaign, sacrificial second mile giving above and beyond our regular giving. It's going to take all of us sacrificing something to make this happen. And if you're able, on April 28th, also bring a special offering to help us get started on this project. We need about 20% of the total cost of the project before we can break ground. So every little bit helps, and obviously the sooner we get that, the sooner we'll be able to start on this project. Also on April 28th, I'm going to start a new sermon series called Unafraid, and we're going to be talking about common fears and anxieties that Americans have. And we all have fears and anxieties, and it's probably why Scripture says over and over and over again, do not be afraid. So we're going to examine the most common anxieties and fears that Americans have, and we're going to look at those in light of Scripture and look at some practical steps in overcoming them and learn how to live a life of hope and courage. So I hope that you'll join us for that series as well, and you'll invite a friend as we all kind of navigate living the unafraid life together. I hope you're having a great Holy Week. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody for our services this week, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and then of course gathering together on Easter Sunday. God bless you. Have a great week.